Seen me yesterday. It was a mess. I was a mess. It was the first day that I had to teach my children on this Google Classroom thing. I was running around like a madwoman. I mean, bless you, teachers, bless you. You're amazing. Now, social media has been abuzz with parents complaining about having to homeschool their children because of the COVID-19 outbreak. I mean, you have celebrities such as Shonda Rhimes who've taken to Twitter to commend the work that teachers do. Others have taken to Twitter asking, just as jokes, MEC Panyaza Lesufi, please take these children back. They're causing all kinds of chaos. Anyway, you know, the approach now to online platforms to distribute lessons to learners is a very important thing. And of course, it's to try and get these crucial elements in, these study elements. To tell us more, we're joined by George Eadie. He's the CEO of the Answer series. George, thanks for being with us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Ian. Great to be here on such a unique and crazy morning for all us South Africans.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you know, and as you, I'm sure you heard my experience yesterday. It was the first day of the kicking of Google Classroom for me and my grade 2 and my grade 5. I was spinning. It exposed me in all kinds of ways. It was just insane. But I'm not the only parent, I'm sure, that's been complaining about this homeschooling. What do you think we should do? Give us some advice. How do we approach this?
Well, first off, I think that well done firstly to you for getting involved and rolling up your sleeves and doing what's necessary and setting a schedule and all those good things. I think one of the things that I thought about in preparation for this call was that many of us are waking up this morning with the kind of feeling in our stomach similar to the kind of feeling we'll have when we're walking into the matric final exam at the end of the year. A sense of anxiety and what to do. Am I going to cope? How am I going to manage? I'm on my own, all those kinds of things. I'm seeing this, and I'm inviting all learners, and especially grade 12s, to see this as a kind of trial of some kind, to say, well, how am I managing under this kind of stress? And I'd say just the number one thing that is going to be a resource to you as a learner now, tomorrow, and all the way through to the end of the year is to learn how to use your breath to bring some calm to your situation. It is a tremendous resource. It's free, and we can start building that capacity to have that right for now. Yeah. And then the second is to decide to make this time part of your winning formula for the year. Many learners leave it way too late to take control of their own learning process. For instance, the basic aspect and practical aspect of setting a schedule and communicating it with your household, your family, and letting them know when you're going to be helpful in terms of helping with chores and when you're going to be needing to work. So I think those are the kinds of things that this crazy time offers. But we can talk further about some of the things that the Answer series is offering to support learners and teachers at this stage. Yeah. But those for me were priority messages I wanted to communicate.
Yeah, I mean, it is so important, it really is. I mean, us as fortunate parents, schools have been uploading curricula online with links to websites and videos. I mean, I even watched yesterday the life cycle of a moth and a frog and a bird. So I'm doing well. But honestly, many parents have not been in school for years and don't understand, for example, a quadratic equation anymore. I mean, I don't have a clue. Should parents be trying to reteach ourselves so that we can teach our children? I mean, what other options are there out there for us poor parents?
Yeah, I think that's firstly to address your first question. I think what are you actually intending to do as a parent, especially as your learners and kids grow into the older grades? Because, yes, it's helpful in the younger grades to help perhaps more actively, but the real trick in the later grades is to grow the independence of being able to encounter and overcome problems independent from the teacher, independent from you as a parent. So don't take it on yourself, parents out there, to feel like you need to solve it for your kids. In fact, it's almost doing them a disservice to do that. Help them to learn how to study and how to go about overcoming a problem. That's really where they're going to derive benefit now and later. When it comes to the Answer series, our whole study guide series is available via ebook. Every single one of them is available via ebook. So you can access that on your mobile phone. and you can have access regardless of whether you're able to get to a bookshop or not. I think today or the next day or the last 2 days in which you may be able to go and buy a physical book. Of course, for some people, that is the only mechanism because of lack of access to high-speed internet that they will have. But these resources are a comprehensive companion which allows you to systematically work through the curriculum, both from concept right through to practice, to overcome the problems yourselves as a grade 10, 11, 12 learner. And as parents, encouraging that process would be my strongest advice.
Okay. Without parental intervention, we know that some students will easily let their studies slide. You know, the best way to ensure this routine, because, you know, we don't want to see all our children failing this year, and, you know, they need to be motivated to study. So, as you say, don't give them the solutions, but we've got to watch over them quite closely.
Absolutely. I think that the coaching role here is enormous, and the intensity of the conditions, I want to say it again, are so similar to that of the end of the year. You know, this is a chance where, no, tomorrow your kid does not need to go and write their final exam, but they're experiencing similar conditions. And being that in the beginning, that prompter, that person that is saying, okay, what might be of value to you here today? How are you going to feel better by the end of the day? What worked yesterday? What's going to work tomorrow? All of these little questions, they're coaching type questions, build the capacity in the individual and your kid or a learner or a family member that's under your care. So yeah, that's the major thing. At the Answer Series, we are frantically gearing up to support specifically the grade 12s in the coming weeks with additional resources on top of our study guides. So we're looking forward to bringing that to market, and we encourage everyone to stay tuned who already know and trust our resources. Perhaps many of you have found a lot of comfort in perhaps one of our subjects. This might be a chance to see what other subjects are available in the absence of your teacher being able to support you. So go on, explore. We can't wait to be of a resource and support you all at this time.
Yeah, fantastic. George, very quickly, give us the website address, because I believe, as you've mentioned, that the Answer Series is offering some of your services for free. So, you know, what hardware is required as computers and software. You know, they need internet access and all of these things. So, I mean, we have to highlight what we are speaking to a very privileged audience here, because a lot of South Africans can't afford this. They don't even have computers. They don't have access to this. But for those that can, let's give out your details.
Sure. It's theanswer.co.za. Please go to our website. There's a live chat forum. Inquire as you need. At this stage, our ebooks are free only to teachers. Making them free to the whole of South Africa at this stage is not possible. So just so you know, it's free to teachers. I wanted to clarify that so that there are not any unmet expectations. But our resources are incredibly accessible, and in the coming days there will be free available grade 12 resources. So stay tuned, and we hope to support you in this time of need.
Thanks, George. Thanks so much for being with us here on the program. George Eadie is the CEO of the Answer Series, talking to us about the way learners can study independently during the lockdown. Thanks so much. You're giggling at me, I swear. Wait, you don't know. I mean, you can ask me anything. I know about the life cycle of a chicken. I watched the video 3 or 4 times. The moth and a frog. And I did a whole PowerPoint presentation on the coronavirus and translated it into English.
Well done, Leanne.
Thank you very much.
I feel for parents who are having to go through this. I really do.
I've never worked so hard in my life before. Respect teachers, respect. You guys are amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm giggling, but I feel for you.
You feel the pain. I know.
I do.
Let's take a break. We've got a financial interview, some advice for you after this. Do stay tuned.